the Chemistry in its Element podcast. Curious tales of chemical compounds.
Halloween, in many countries, is a time of sweet treats and spooky scares. But this week, we're looking at a confectionery compound that, in excessive quantities, can kill. Black licorice isn't to everyone's taste. Many may consider it a trick among their treats, but in one form or another, it's been a popular snack for hundreds of years. The modern form consists of an extract from the roots of the licorice plant, mixed with sugar and some kind of binder, but plenty of other ingredients can be added to add flavours, make it softer or saltier, or to invest it with a shiny surface coat. The root extract also lends a flavour or an aroma to other foods, some beverages, chewing gum, and even tobacco products, including snuff, pipe tobacco, and flavoured cigarette rolling papers. And although many consider it the least desirable in a bag of sweets, some people really enjoy the distinctive earthy flavour, perhaps never suspecting that it's possible to eat too much. Such was the case for one Massachusetts construction worker whose diet of at least one bag of black licorice every day for weeks led to his untimely death in September of this year. The suspected killer compound is glycyrrhizic acid, or Glycerizin, a naturally sweet constituent of licorice root extract that can also be used as an emulsifier in other foods and cosmetics. It's a saponin, or a soapy compound, that would create a foamy head when stirred in water, but it's also considerably sweeter than sucrose, and offers a sweetness that takes longer to be detected, but lasts longer in the mouth, which helps it to create the distinctive flavour of the processed product. As well as food and cosmetics, Glycerizin has a range of pharmaceutical uses. It's an effective expectorant. That means it helps you to cough up mucus, which explains why so many cough syrups are licorice flavoured. It's also used to treat low blood pressure caused by certain illnesses and may help manage the symptoms of Addison's disease, a chronic condition where the body fails to produce enough steroid hormones, leading to a range of unpleasant symptoms. People who need regular dialysis may take supplements containing glycerizin to help manage the amount of potassium in their blood, and there's some suggestion that it may play a role in preventing age-related bone loss and treating polycystic ovary syndrome. And although it sounds counterintuitive, licorice is a sweet that may actually help you lose fat. In a small study, healthy people who added just 3.5 grams per day of shop-bought licorice to their normal diet reduced their body fat mass but kept the same body mass index. All the usual small study caveats apply. This was just 15 people, but as glycerizin does affect the level and activity of certain steroids, there's a plausible mechanism for these results. Of course, as one of the authors pointed out, one explanation is that the strong taste of licorice suppresses the appetite. But there is a counter trick to these medicinal treats. Too much glycerizin leads to high blood pressure and significantly alters the balance of sodium and potassium that our bodies work so hard to achieve. This, in turn, increases the likelihood of developing cardiac arrhythmia and, in extreme cases, heart failure. These nasty effects seem most likely in people with existing medical problems or those that consume significant amounts over prolonged periods. Our unfortunate construction worker had recently changed his treat from red licorice to black and was eating more than a bag of the stuff every day. Another otherwise healthy man ended up requiring emergency care after drinking a litre of Urksus, that's a strong licorice-based drink, every day throughout the month of Ramadan. But there is another population who need to be sure to moderate their licorice levels: pregnant women. There is some evidence that consuming lots of glycerizin can lead to earlier births. One study showed heavy licorice consumption doubled the chance of a baby arriving before 38 weeks, and another suggesting a link to early preterm birth at 34 weeks. However, other researchers are critical of the methods used to draw these conclusions. Other studies suggest long-term impacts for children exposed to high levels of glycerizin in utero, including earlier onset of puberty and cognitive or behavioural issues like poor memory and aggression compared to their low licorice peers. Although the effects in pregnancy have only come to light in the last few decades, the bioactive nature of licorice has been known for thousands of years. In Historia Plantarum, published around 300 BCE, Greek philosopher Theophrastus listed its use in chest and stomach problems, mouth ulcers, hemorrhoids, and even treating an itchy bum. Today, the US Food and Drug Administration recommends that no matter what your age, don't eat large amounts of black licorice at one time. But most countries recognise that glycyrrhizin is safe to consume in moderation. So if you're out this Halloween demanding sweets with menaces from behind a ghoulish mask, don't rush to consume your collected confectionery. And remember, please trick or treat responsibly. Next week, Helen Arney from the Festival of the Spoken Nerd and the podcast of Unnecessary Detail joins us with a plant-derived compound that divides her family.
We all know it. It's the pungent, sulphurous aroma that taints your toilet bowl after eating fresh asparagus. I say we all know it, but actually my husband doesn't. Which makes him a very lucky man, not just to be married to me, but also to have never experienced the repellent scent of asparagus wee.
Join Helen next time to find out more about asparagousic acid and why some smell it and others don't. Drop us a line at chemistryworld@rsc.org or via Twitter to @chemistryworld with any compounds that you'd like us to cover on the Chemistry and Its Element podcast. And you'll find our entire archive at chemistryworld.com/podcasts. I'm Ben Valsler. Thank you for joining me.